Mga ka-punchers, don't forget to subscribe, ring the notification bell, like, comment, and share for more OPM related videos. Good morning, fellow heroes! Magandang umaga sa aking mga kababayan. Again, this is your N-Hero Nagato for another video for OPM. And for today's video, this is going to be very exciting because I'm going to do it with you guys. We will be conquering core trial and challenge area. So we'll be talking about the best lineup, the strategies, how are we going to create our team, so the specific team compositions and such. So please, if you would like to get to know more about that area, please. Before we start, everyone, I would just like to, get a minute to thank each and every one of you guys. Again, as a first timer, as a content, gamer, YouTuber, whatever you call it, coming from, in a corporate setting, I wasn't expecting to have a platform like this, so I couldn't thank you enough, and I wouldn't get tired of saying and giving thanks to you. And that's the main reason why I will wake up early in the morning to grind, for me to be able to share whatever experience that I've got. I am no expert, but best practices are best shared with the people or the players or in the community that you're playing at, right? And that's the main reason why I have this platform. Again, I am no expert, so if you're looking for a YouTube channel wherein you find expert, someone who will do data mining, I am not that guy, but I'm really trying my best to be able to get as much as information in line with the game. So for those people who are supporting me, who has been consistent in commenting, you guys are the reason why I created this YouTube channel. So again, thank you so much. So fellow heroes, let us dive right in to the topic. So technically, what I usually do or initially do is to check this tab right here, and you will get a pop-up as well every time. So you can just check it and read through it. Shatter. So there will be two parts, right? Buff and debuff for your enemies and for yourself, for your heroes. The attribute for this week is 80%. Shatter is 80% more powerful. For the enemy, they can do regeneration of 35% whenever they will block your attack, and most likely all of them will attack. So please expect that it's going to be a long battle. And then right after me knowing that, I should build a shattered team, you will, if you don't have if you have not really memorized the characters, what I usually do is I would find shatter characters, or characters with shatter abilities. And that's the main reason why, guys, if you have free time, if you're finished grinding, you've already maximized your stamina, your vitality supplies, take time to read the skill set of the characters, and it wouldn't take you too long, and it's very straightforward. Some would have tenacity, meaning they're going to be alive, and attack will be strengthened. Shatter team, we got Stinger here, we got Arion, we got Captain Ospring Mustachio, of course the guy right here, he's the best shatter guy, so if you'll be able to find him on core trial, he'll be perfect. Who else has shatter here? Of course, our golden boy for AoE, right? He has shatter effect here. We're in the enemy will be weakened, or the attack will be amplified for a certain percent. So that's the first thing that you need to do. So that's the first thing that I would usually do. The second thing is I would always consider the team composition, right? So fellow heroes, the first thing that you need to do is to always know who are the core units. So we're talking about Beast King, Amai, Child Emperor, Mosquito Girl, Dr. Genis. So those are the cores that you need to progress in the game, right? And every core you would need one duelist, one grappler rather, one high tech, and 1 Esper. So those are the, those are the characters that you need to consider in making a team. So you can actually start with that. So if I'm going to do it, because that's the first thing, right? I already know the core, I already know the characters that I need to use, in line with the, let's say, the buffs or the additional stats and the debuffs, wherein the enemy will get, more HP the moment you hit him or her. So, oh, it seems like we're up in a good start here, guys. So if you might be confused, we already discussed that it should be the core, right? So it seems like the RNG is already giving that to us. And we're talking about Shatter unit. Amai, he gives injury. He has like a good core, but it might not be useful, and he hits really hard as well. So it might be chances that we will just let's say refresh the HP of the boss. So if you're going to ask me, I would go with Mosquito Girl, because we're talking about longevity here, and she can heal, so it's easier for you to sustain in the battle. Genes, with all of the to be honest, with all of the core capabilities, I would rank Genes core at the last part. It's because of the utility. I have nothing against him. It's just that I could use better core than him, specifically Child Emperor or Amai, or let's say Dr. Genis for the healing and for the clones and such, and of course Mosquito Girl for healing and revival on the 3rd round. So I would go for Mosquito Girl. And then we're talking about Shatter, right? So I already mentioned this to you. The guy was holding the sword. He would shatter the enemy, so he would increase, or his stats will be increased. So I would definitely get him. Next, oh, this is very nice. Beast King. And then I would go for, if you guys are wondering, this guy would put injury and decrease the attack of the enemy. And this guy, I think he will have tenacity. His ultimate will have tenacity, and he hits really hard as well. But I would go for Fukigao, because he's an AoE attacker. So let's see if we're going to conquer this stage. So we already got a core. So let's do quick deploy here. So we've already completed everything, right? So I have considered 1 duelist, 1 grappler, 1 high tech, 1 Esper unit. So I would put here. It actually depends. Let's see because we would like to protect our healer, right? Same with other games. So let us check this out. Oh, I'm on auto. My bad. There. It decreases the attack. This one, attack all enemies in column. So this guy right here. Oh. Yeah, I would just use injury then, so that he can attack simultaneously, and it would be easier to finish the game. There. Yeah, I would like to save energy as much as, so that we can do burst AoE attack to this boss later. Oops. I think we can use it now, because we're already at the latter part of the game. I would use it here. There. And then injury again. So there, guys, it will be a very long video if I'm gonna walk you through every stages. Perhaps I'm gonna loop you in once I've reached stage 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 perhaps, because I think those are the areas that a lot of people will have difficulties in conquering. So I will give you guys, I will keep you guys posted. After a decade, mga kapunchers, or I don't know, century, we were able to complete and conquer core trial, and I just want to loop you in on the final character that I was able to use. So Kabuto for defense, tank, Mosquito Girl for the core, because survivability is very important in core trial. So whenever you see her, I think she'll be very vital. Of course, Amai. Amai is actually the MVP of this core trial. Yes, you heard it right, considering that he attacks massively, and most of the time he attacks the final boss already. And the greatest heater in core trial is the boss, right? Specifically, if you'll be able to go through stage 15, which is very difficult, and you need at least 5 plus 3 recruits. So what I usually do, guys, is so this tab right here, the recruit tab, it will be refreshed after an hour and 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So what I usually do is I will just alarm my phone every hour and 30 minutes for me to be able to utilize all of the characters. And I don't usually change characters every recruit chance, considering that I would like to get plus 3, because you don't need a lot of SSRs in this core trial. You actually just need to plus 3 them, because they will be it's like they will be ascended or limit break to the highest level. So you don't need to actually get SSR, not unless if it's good core like Sea King, or let's say Child Emperor for a lot of ultimate. So those are the only exception. But again, same with what I have mentioned to you guys, that in creating your lineup, it shouldn't be always SSRs, but it should be a combination of SR and SSR. Sometimes R could really help you if it's Moomin and you don't have like a good berserker, or someone who can increase your attack. Moomin is actually a good option in core trial as well. Again, these are all awakened heroes already, so it doesn't necessarily, or it would make sense to use both SR and SSR heroes at the same time. So I think this trial right here is very straightforward. It gives us a view of what's going to happen if we will be able to to limit break all of our characters. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much all about it. I usually do an alarm. Combination should be SR and SSRs. I check the feature weekly for me to be able to know what character to use and what character to highlight. I usually spend time in reading all of the skills of the characters for me to be able to know who am I going to use in in core trial. So I think that's all about it, guys. For our next video, we will be talking about why am I already at 500,000 battle points, aside from topping up the things that I've learned in the past 2 weeks. I will definitely share that with you. We'll have an account overview and how to increase your BP part 2 video. So if you want to get to know more about that, just kindly tune in. Again, this has been your N Hero Nagato, and may we all have a lovely weekend. Goodbye, everyone.